Well, in the world of silver, we can also say silver is like a bipolar schizophrenic metal because you never know what it's going to do. Sometimes it's big time bull market, sometimes it's bear market. But if you've been noticing, silver has been a little bit more bullish than the other metals, even when some of the other metals have been retreating. Silver's been moving up, or it's been moving in opposite directions. Um, I'm going to point out something else, kind of like digress on something, because pretty much every one of my videos I talk, not every one of them, but a large majority of silver updates, I talk about hemp as being a commodity that can really save the world. And a while back, a few months ago, I decided to buy a stock ticker called hemp because it was Marijuana Inc. I said, yeah, considering that the major impetus in a white awakening about this commodity, the stock just might do good due to marketing. So I looked at it today, and lo and behold, though I made a very, very small bet because it was a pink chic stock. It's up over 4 times from when I bought it. Now, if I would have known this, I would have bet the whole damn wad on that, and it'd been up over 4 times, and I'd be selling. But I'm holding on to this because I really don't know where it's going. It could go even higher. It may be. I don't know what happened with this recently. So I bought it for under 2 cents a share, and it's like 8 cents a share right now. So here he is, the king of pot, Perlowin, Bruce Perlowin. The legacy and the legend continues. So he's probably really marketing this stuff in about medical marijuana and industrial hemp stocks, projected to really push up. And I guess there's some stories on here. So, a lot of people are thinking about, I'm going to make a whole bunch of money on silver. Could you imagine if silver went from $30 to $120 or $125 inside of a month or less? What the screaming would be? God, it would be up there. It would be up there. The Brother BJ channel and the SGT channel and the Quissy channel would be screaming at the top of their lungs. But hey, hemp. And I did that on a hunch. I didn't really research it. I was almost thinking about it. I felt good about it. And that's just going by my instinct. But, you don't know. You don't know. It's not good to go fly by the seat of the pants. And that's basically what that bet was about. It was a hunch. It was instinct. I don't know if it's going to continue to keep going up, but I'll probably sell it later on because, I don't want to push my luck. 4 times is kind of crazy, but it wasn't a big bet. So just want to point out there's other products out there. And, in the future, probably hemp is going to be one of your big major commodities. These guys kind of crush down the population. We say we're going to break them by buying silver. Who cares about breaking them by buying silver? We can build ourselves up by growing hemp. We could build ourselves up by, growing this product for hempoline, replacing plastics, food, high good nutrition such as, not just, food, but high quality protein, high quality essential fatty acids, and the medicinal marijuana oil. So, it just kind of got me that when I saw that, I could imagine what the silver community would have done if silver went up 4 times in a month. Wow. But anyway, for next year, there's a little story out here. I'll just give you the synopsis of it. Chinese silver demand will jump 10% in 2013 next year to a new record high. That is what is expected. And considering that China is the second largest demand for silver, that's going to put a big, strain on the supplies. So that should move the prices up quite a bit. Now, I don't know where the deal is, what's going on with hemp, but maybe this ought to be a hemp channel because everybody's waiting for $60 silver maybe, or $75 silver. If they would have bought Hemp Inc. A couple months ago for under 2 cents, they would have been up more than 4 times money. Talk about a nice, sweet deal. Of course, I had to make a very, very small bet because it was like, shooting from the hip. That's why I didn't do it. Large bet, but damn, I wish I did now. But you never know with those kind of things. So anyway, I just want to point out for this upcoming end of the year, do expect the bounce. It kind of looks like the bounce is here already. We're looking at silver bouncing up, and actually the Dow is just sitting flat. The S&P is pretty sitting flat. The dollar's sitting pretty flat. Crude oil sitting flat. But the metals, but especially silver, seems to be moving up. Palladium and silver seems to be moving back up again. I have to state that I think my hunch for the end of the year is going to be correct. I don't know where it's going to be exactly. I think it's going to be well over 40. I don't know. It could actually push up to the 50. I don't know if it's going to break through that mark and say early 2013. But if silver's up that high, I know what the tone of the silver bloggers are going to be for the most part. It's going to rest right through 100, and I don't think so because of the silver cliff coming up, or fiscal cliff. So anything that's an industrial metal is probably going to take a major hit. Now, silver, like I said, is a little tricky because it's related to gold. But I think if you got gold during the fiscal cliff coming up, you're going to do pretty good. Now, that's contrary to what Jim Rogers says. Jim Rogers says, I don't know, he had a recent story on recently about where they had an interview with him that he thinks gold might have this major pullback and all this kind of crap. I don't think so. Where are they going to run to? I mean, I'm 100% on with him about agriculture. I think he's correct there. I think agriculture is going to fly. But I think gold's going to fly too. And actually, long range, probably agriculture is going to be the thing that's going to keep going up and up and up, not gold. You see, at one point, at a time when they actually straighten out the currencies and all this garbage, it's going to settle back down with gold. But not agriculture, because food is going to be in major demand as long as there's people on the earth to eat it. And, that's pretty much number one requirement, besides air and water. Number 3 is food. So with the greatly expanding population and the fact that the energy resources of the world are dwindling, that's causing the price of food to go up. So he's got a sure bet there. There's no doubt about it. But I think that hemp is actually going to be one of your major agricultural products. That's going to be one of the top ones in the agricultural area because it can be also used as a major energy source. Like I said before, it produces 10 times the amount of fuel from hemp than corn does. Yet we're messing around with corn. So, yeah, I know these guys know this crap too. Like if I know it, they know it. It's just that it'll mess up their oil racket. So, but anyway, I kind of digressed a little bit on this silver video because I want people to not get too much tunnel vision on the metal. I think it's going to go up a lot, but it's not the only damn thing out there. And, one of my main things is, I'm not knocking silver now, but one of my main things is, I think anybody that tells you to go 100% into physical silver coins, you should run from those people. That's not good. That's not good. You should run from those people. That's not what you want to do. You want to be split in your assets. And, before you even mess around with buying all kinds of silver coins, you want to have enough food to last you a year, water supply, energy supply, and all this kind of stuff, because most people are going into physical silver coins because they think there's this economic catastrophic collapse coming. And if there is, you want to have all the essentials first. So I'm going to advise you on that first, something else I've been saying. And probably one of your best things to invest in would be agriculture. Something I don't know how to do yet. Maybe I need to learn that. But, I have lots of freeze-dried food that lasts for 30 years and that type of stuff. So, but anyway, very interesting. I think that Chinese demand is going to be way the hell up there next year. And I think it is good to put the word out to the middle class to buy at least some physical silver, without a doubt. Just don't buy 100% physical silver. Don't do that too much. That's excessive. And, not to knock silver, but, they don't call it a high-risk asset for nothing because it's very volatile. Now, at this price, you're probably still fine. I remember saying about 26 or 27, if somebody had all this cash and they didn't know what to do with it, if I told them to invest half their money into gold and silver, I was talking back at the end of July, I'd say I'd be feeling fine doing that. And actually, they would have been way the hell up. Even with this pullback, they would have been way the hell up. So, but even now, um, silver and gold aren't pulling back to some no crazy amounts the way they were. Like gold is not going to 1,500, silver's not going to 26, and the reason being is it's not just the policies of the Fed. It's not just the policies or the banks are hoarding cash. I know that, but you still got that worldwide global pressure going on, and China's buying up silver and gold. So no matter what, if they try to drive it down or whatever, there's see this is another thing I have a beef with because the markets are being played with on a short-term basis, but on the long term they can't do nothing. I don't even think they could hold the commodities down for like 6 months. I mean, I don't even think they could do that. The market takes over that fast. The way they're holding down the commodities is they're putting maybe pressure on the banks to hold treasury notes and not spend them. That's one way they're holding them down. But even so, a large amount of the biggest financial institutions out there are going hot and heavy into gold. So, in China, considering they're a major industrial output engine, they're going to be looking at silver very hard because silver, like we all know, is used in pretty much, it's the second biggest commodity out there as far as diversity of use, and oil being the number one. But there could be a new number one out there if it was allowed to be grown. Hemp would be the biggest commodity on this earth and the most diversely used if it was allowed to be grown in all these countries. So, Jim Rogers is right about agriculture in the long term, but I don't know, don't expect any hard pullbacks like some people have been saying. I think there's going to be a hard pullback in silver and gold after they start getting up to some maybe record heights and the fiscal cliff comes up. That's my hunch. So sometimes I think my hunches are better than go by it, and my hunches really aren't based upon picking it out of the air. Basically, it is an amalgamation of all the different things I read. So using a little common sense. And a little common sense states if you get up near record highs and you got an event coming up that's catastrophic, that would be the time for the pullback. Pretty simple, right? So if silver and gold are way the hell up there in early 2013. You got the fiscal cliff coming up. I think the only thing that might fly forward from the fiscal cliff is gold because it's money.